So if you're ever curious about how the sausage is made and how these songs come together and all the little pieces that go into them, then you've come to the right place. I'm going through the first single off of my new record, Dynamite, and I'm going to go like track by track and show you what's going on. I've soloed out the drum track. It's just a standard drum track, but I got some real nice tones happening with this one. Let me jump right in here. It's almost got kind of an 80s sound to the snare. Nice and big fat reverb going on it. But one thing I did with this is I added in this really fun kick sample to kind of fatten up the sound. Again, it's tapping into those EDM sounds, something you might find on a dance track or a hip hop track. And when you put them together, it's just this freaking fat kick drum. And that's what I wanted. I wanted another one of those songs that's got this heartbeat. It's almost like, we will rock you. It's got that vibe. So that was kind of the starting point, is let's do something that's just got this very simple, you know, it's what a lot of people call the making money beat. It's like making money. And I wanted to start with something simple like that. But then you start adding some really fun stuff in, like these bass tracks. And my good friend Kelly McGuire came over and was helping me out with this track in particular. And we ended up putting a little bit of a distorted amp sound on this not the kick sound, on the bass. It almost has that Ben Folds 5 vibe to it. And that makes all the difference, honestly, having that in there. But something else that we added, let me go back and solo these again. We'll add that bass in. So to fatten up that heartbeat, I threw in these low piano notes. Pull the bass out. It's almost like that Ben Folds vibe. I don't know why I refer to Ben Folds so much on this, but it definitely is an influence. So on top of that, you've got the main guitar riff. And it just kind of answers. And then to answer, kind of a nod to the live sound, I've got another guitar basically playing the same riff, but a completely different tone. So you've got one that's dirty, and you got one that's clean. So there's the dirty guitar. And then you've got the clean guitar with it. And it makes this nice little, almost like a vocal, shout type of thing. Add to that, as I usually do, you got to throw in that Nord B3 sound as the glue. And then you turn off the Leslie, and then you kick it back on. And then turn it off so you can feel the waves coming and going. It's a fantastic vibe. Add on top of that the little intro guitar part. drops down for the verse. So yeah, I wanted it to basically come down to just the bones for the verse. And that way when it goes on to the choruses, it really builds. So something that I added that also kind of harkens back to more hip hop type things is I've got this little vocal piece that comes in that answers the guitar. Here it comes again. And that goes side to side as well. So you got the oh yeah over here. And we're gonna light it up on this side. So it's a little sample type thing. All right, let's get to the getting. Let's find these vocals. Look left, look right. Somebody's changing the world tonight. So I did something a little different with this vocal. I really wanted to have a recognizable or a noticeable effect on it. I didn't want to have it be like all the rest of the tunes or any of the other tunes. I wanted it to have its own character. If you listen to it. Look left, so you got two of them going. Look right, very much in that Ozzy Osbourne vibe. The world tonight. Deep down. Again, you got a real dark tone to the vocal. Not a lot of highs in there, just a real, real warm. Look left, look right. Somebody's changing the world tonight. Deep down, inside. So we get to the pre-chorus. Suddenly the heavies come back in. So yeah, here's these heavies right here. And when you put that together with the other guitars, and then it all drops out again. And then we've got this solo track as well. So you got a nice, huge guitar tone in this bridge, or this pre-chorus. Yeah, I think there's 5 guitars right here. Six guitars going. No, that's the Nord. Never mind. 5 guitars. All right. Lots of cool stuff happening. Now we come to some background vocals. Just do a little 3-part thing. Illumination feels alright. So probably the last little thing that we've got going is, because it is Dynamite, I threw in some little explosion sounds, and they're pretty subtle. They're at the ends of the choruses. So you probably won't even notice it, but you'll feel it in the mix. And of course the all yeahs and the come on, light it ups come back. All right, let's get to the solo here. So now we get just a little bit of extra color on the solo section to make it stand out. We got a little tambourine. Just giving us a little bit of character here. Almost can't even hear it, but it helps, like almost like the train chugging along underneath. So this guitar tone on the solo, I wanted to mimic the vocal tone. So it's almost got an identical effect on it. So you can almost hear two of them going together. Yeah. The Nord, that low note playing on the 5-string bass. I kind of save it for here, but it just growls. It gives the whole song that extra holy shit, you know, when you hear it in context. Got the heavies answering here, then we bring it down to nothing. Got some feedback in there just to give it some character. Almost can't even notice it. Nord's almost put completely out, but we've got those harmonies now. You can see we got a whole lot of background vocals happening at the very end. Little answer with the guitar. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I've got like an Axl Rose type vibe here. Let me see what we got. That one's real high. That's not the one I'm thinking of. You've got to be like... Oh, that's some interesting stuff there.
You've got to be like dynamite.
That's what I'm looking for.
Be polite. You've got to be like dynamite.
And there's some little vocal imperfections, but I left it to give it more of a live feel. And I think that's kind of something that I've adopted as a recording engineer and as an artist, that sometimes you have to leave those imperfections because that's what makes it human. I mean, in this age of just AI perfection, it's the imperfections that make it feel real. Tambourine going. Oh, I got my little commentary coming up at the end here. So we're grooving along, and then we just take it way down. I got my little commentary. It's kind of the message of the song. I do love my little vocal effects.
You only got one life.
It's that almost a harmonica mic sound.
What you waiting for?
And of course we're going back and forth, and then the last one is right in the middle.
Come on, light it up.
And again, repeating that line again. So hearing it in context. Those piano notes, just filling it out. Oh, fun stuff in the bass too. Especially that last little riff at the end drives it home on the bass. Hitting that low note. So yeah, that's Dynamite broken down into pieces. See how the sausage is made. If you dig this kind of thing, I can do more of it. I've got, hundreds of songs that I've done over the years. These are just the newest ones. And I tried to do some really interesting things with the recording and with sonically with the sounds on this album. So if you like it, hit subscribe, give it a like, and we'll see you on the next one.